Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to my channel. For the new subscribers, welcome, 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 welcome. And for the returning subscribers, welcome back. So I'm back with another video. And so let's get into it. You know what's so crazy and so cold is that as these jobs continue to diminish and AI constantly keeps creeping up the ladder to take jobs away from people permanently, and people that rely on this system very heavily to make a living, it's all going to go to hell. It's all going to go to hell because people are going to lose their mind. They're not going to know what to do. And so they're going to be out here like a wild pack of wolves taken from people. And so it's going to be wild out here, y'all. It's getting wild now, but it's going to be even wilder once everything continues to keep on hitting the way it's hitting. And people are just going to lose their minds. I mean, really, truly going to lose their minds because they don't know how to handle themselves outside of this system. And so it's going to be tough for a lot of folks. Once they find out they're facing homelessness like I am, you know, I'm facing homelessness. But I've been homeless before, so I know how this stuff goes. I don't like the idea of being homeless, right? But, you know, I also don't want to be caught up in the system. And so I won't lose my mind and try to hurt people, you know, based on what I don't have. You know, I'm a problem solver, and I'll do whatever I can to solve the problem. And see, my problem that I'm going to solve is doing something outside of the system as much as possible if I got to die trying. And there's a lot of folks who's not ready for all that. Honestly, they're not. You're going to have people out here looting and shooting and robbing folks left and right. You know, just to get some food in their mouth and just to get some shelter because they don't know nothing else. They don't want to think for themselves. They want to consistently rely on this system. And so when they consistently rely on the system, you're going to get these results. And so luckily for me, I'm glad that I was born and raised in the hood. Because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be able to have the awareness that I have or know the things that I know when it comes to things that's going to partake when it does hit. Because trust me, it's going to hit, though. I don't know when, and I don't know how, but I want to make sure that I keep my nose clean and my head on a swivel left and right. Because I'm not going to be able to control these people. And you're going to go absolutely crazy. It's going to be very tough out here, y'all, for those who rely on the system. And I want to say that I want to pray for you because you don't know any better. This is the only thing that you know. The only way you know how to continue on with your life is constantly be into the system and make a living this way. You know, I heard from my people. I really, really, really do. Despite me getting all the hate and everything, and people not agree with me on my decision and what the things that I do, which I don't understand that for whatever reason. I just don't get it. But, you know, people do. You know, hurt people. And so for these people who is not ready for this when it really hits, and man, it's going to hit. It's going to hit. It's going to be a catastrophe. It's going to be a major, major catastrophe. And I just hope I'll be able to live through it. Because you can't control another person or people. Because there's some crazy folks out here. They set it up this way, y'all. They set it up this way, and it's it's sad that I go out, when I do my daily walks, or I go to the store, and I just see how people functioning, and knowing what I know, I just say to myself in my head, like, man, they're not gonna know what to do when it really hits. They're not gonna know what to do, man. And so, and these people, they be the husband and wife, or wife and husband, and their kids, and they're just doing what they think is normal, you know, and they're happy, smiling, giggling, and just enjoying themselves. And I'm just thinking to myself in my head that when this shit hits, it's gonna fucking hit. And I don't want to feel like I'm a person that's being a Debbie Downer, because when I make these videos, I talk about reality, whether it be right in your face at the moment, or later on, because later on it's gonna hit, And of course, I know the power of the tongue is a very powerful thing, because it manifests things. But even without me saying this, you know what I'm saying, it's happening around the world. It's happening. And it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And right now, it may seem like it's comfortable for some people. But man, when I've been to tell you that when it hits us, I don't know. And even myself, I'm not gonna know how to be prepared. Because for one, I'm like this with the system and then my beliefs. And I'm trying to pull myself out of the system and stay in my truth. And it's a tough situation, because for me, I have self-control. I have a lot of self-control. It's things that I've been through in my life that you will be like, how the hell did you stay sane? And the reason why I stay sane is because I'm not quick to react, you guys. I'm not really quick to react, because for one, there's no point in, because of what's going on, because of the powers that be out here constructed this stuff the way it is that I know this. And so when they want to see people have reactions to get themselves put in jail. But when you don't act accordingly to their system like this, they feel like they get into pushback. They don't like that kind of stuff. They don't like when people push back. They want people to be blind, deaf, dumb, and relying on them. You know what I'm saying? The frequency levels, man. It's different frequency levels out here that people are on, and we're on the lower end of the frequency levels. And if you don't believe me, just look around you, man. Look around you. When kids grow up and they go to school and graduate high school and graduate college, they don't really know that they graduated themselves to get into the working field, which is, in other words, on the plantation. Because we don't want any free thinkers out here. They don't want any free thinkers. They can't stand a free thinker, because a free thinker, it has more power than a person who's docile. You know what I'm saying? They don't want that kind of shit. That shit disrupts everything that they have going on. And sure, one person, 2 people, 5 people, 15 people, it won't disturb them like that. But if it sets off a chain reaction so big, they won't be able to push through with their agenda that they've been pushing for generations. But there's a lot of folks that's not going to do it, because they don't know any other way. And this is why I said that it's going to end up being the way it's going to be. When shit hits the fan, it's going to really hit, and it's going to be some bloodshed. It's going to be a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of, if it don't be nobody getting killed, it's going to be bloodshed, or somebody getting severely hurt based on them scrounging for whatever they can get. They scrounging around like it's about survival. So therefore, they rather take from someone in order to stay to survive, as opposed to figuring something else out. Because that's the quickest way to genocide, y'all. The powers that be constructed this shit to the point to where when shit gets scarce and it really hits the fan like that, they're not gonna people out here, that's doing what they're doing in their everyday lives, they're gonna turn against each other. It's like that episode in Twilight Zone where they had aliens. You know, they had aliens, and this is by the way, this is over 50 years ago. They had aliens watching the people from space or wherever they was watching it from, right? And of course, this story can sound like it's exaggerated, but you know the reason why I'm saying it. They sit back watching these people from space or whatever. They got like this some type of little video, little TV or whatever they have, and they watching people in the neighborhood turn against themselves. Like literally talking amongst themselves, and they're watching these people turn against themselves because people don't know they don't know any better. They don't know anything that they can't see. So because they don't know anything that they can't see, they're gonna turn against each other. And in that episode, those aliens was laughing because they had achieved what they achieved as far as getting people to go crazy. And while they sit back, just it's like an experiment. Experiment. Just wait to see how the people are going to react to each other. Are they going to be in unison um, as one, or they're going to be in disarray? And the disarray has won. And so, what this circumstance is going to happen. I mean, not circumstance, but this situation is going to happen. Just don't know when. I'm just gonna feel for my people when it hits, man. And I got to keep my head on the swivel, y'all, everywhere I go. You know, in this good looking neighborhood that I'm in, I still don't trust it because me being from the hood, that shit was put in me to be aware, even in quiet moments. And so when I think that things look good on a regular day, I'm watching. I'm like this. I'm looking because I don't know what's going to happen. Because people are crazy out here. And they like it that way. So, man, I say that to say this, y'all. For those of y'all who's level-headed, to just keep in mind of when this stuff hits. Try to keep a level mind. Because you don't want to make that one mistake and end up costing you your life or end up costing you a long stint in jail or prison. You don't want to do that based on this. Just really think about it, man. Think about it, and just know that this is by design. This is what they want to happen. You guys, they want this shit to happen, and it's up to you to not let it happen. I mean, it's going to happen regardless, but it's up to you to not give into it. I know it's going to be hard. I know it's going to be very tough because you rely on this system so much. But don't do it. Because it's going to be, if you give in, that's when the genocide is going to happen. And it might not be a lot of people left. Sometimes I think that the powers that be would love for a lot of humanity to be extinct. They would love it. Have a few thousand people on the earth and control them. That's what they want. They don't want me. I mean, yeah, they're doing it right now where they have billions and billions of people. But I think they're trying to kill us off, y'all. By having us turn against each other. That's the best formula that they have laid out. Because trust me, as I'm making this video, it's going to be somebody who think I'm crazy, who think I'm stupid for talking like this, right? And I don't, like I said earlier, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I just like to talk about real reality. Just the real things that's happening. And if it hasn't happened, it's going to happen. It just, like I said, it's slowly moving, right? With the AI shit. We always had AI here with us, but now it's to the forefront more than ever. And so, if you don't think that's true, just look around you. Look around you, man. Why people get laid off so quick? And why they jobs not coming back? Think about it, y'all. This shit ain't by accident. They going in the direction that they want to go in because they know what time it is, and a lot of us don't know that out here. I mean, these folks out here waking up, because shit is hitting the fan to the highest degree so bad to where people have no choice but to wake up. You know what I'm saying? But even still, then in the midst of this, there's gonna be people who's not gonna wake up. They're gonna stay asleep, and those are the people that you're gonna feel for because they don't want to face the truth. They want to stay in denial. They want to be in a fantasy, which sometimes a fantasy is not always good. You gotta live in reality, and you gotta know that you gotta know what's going on, the now and the future, because the future ain't gonna look the way it's gonna look that you used to. For you people out there, like in my age group, the millennials, you know, it's not gonna be like it was back then. And even for you Gen Zs out here, man, that had to be born into this has been happening, y'all. It's just that y'all got the majority of the stick. Y'all didn't get the short end of the stick. I got the majority of the stick. I know how fucked it up. I know how fucked up it is out here. This is really, really, really fucked up out here. So just be aware, y'all. I mean, just be aware. Just be aware. Keep a head on the swivel. Be smart, man. Use that brain that you got up there. Don't let them take you under. Please. I beg you, do not let them take you over. Take you under. Because it's not gonna look good, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay true to who you are and just be prepared. Because it's gonna blow up. Shit, if you ask me, it might be like it might be like the movies, the Terminator movies, where it was no more people on the planet and it was all robots and shit. But I ain't gonna go too deep down that rabbit hole. But still, like, for those that know, you know what I'm talking about. Just be ready if you can. All right. So if you got anything from this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and hit them post notifications so you don't ever miss a video whenever I drop. I'm gonna come back later on and make another video, and that's it, y'all. So until next time, I'm out.